A hit and...
Pressure Point came out okay on the inside. Count the 4, a little bit slow to go. Drifting on the outside of them, Won't Tell. And the other 4 runners are heading to the outside here. Manhattan, Von, City Hall, Rouge Fur and Bohemond. As they race down towards the 800-metre mark, Won't Tell over on the inside rail in front here of China Express. A length away to a point, then Drift. Behind it, Count the 4, El Marada. The outside division are headed by Manhattan, Von, City Hall. Wider out was Bohemond, hard against the outside rail. And then Rouge Fur as they run onto the course proper. China Express has taken the lead on the inside from Won't Tell. Under the whip is a point, then comes Drift. Behind it, Count the 4, El Marada. Down the outside, Manhattan Von just in front of Rouge Fur, now coming after it with City Hall. The inside division, the outside division might be in front here. That's Manhattan Von and Rouge Fur. Won't Tell takes the lead again on the inside, but I reckon the outside are in front. Manhattan Von, grabbed by Rouge Fur and City Hall. Getting home late is El Marada, the outside in front, and it will be Rouge Fur. Rouge Fur has beaten Manhattan Von. Now on the inside, El Marada, and the outside, City Hall, and a photo for third. Then Drift, China Express, Count the 4, Won't Tell, a point, and over on the outside, Bohemond was tailed off.
Number 10, Rouge Fur, at $16 for the win and $4.80 for the place. Photo for the minors, 6 Manhattan Von, $2.50.
4 Heroic Robin at 30, 5 Stony Babe.
Racing this time, off to a very, very even start too, and Stylish Bound, one of the best out. Expert John Wellen going very quickly. Durham and Musical Counter right up there, and so too as they settle down, Pleasure Giver, Decadent getting back a little, and then comes Golden Emperor, followed by Genola. Cinnamon Sky, Gold Rally very wide out, Lecture, followed by Moretti, and Holyoke is tailed off. Musical Counter joins Durham down to the 650. They lead 2.5 lengths, Pleasure Giver, Decadent and Stylish Bound off the track. 2 or 3 lengths to Expert, and then comes on the inside Golden Emperor, followed by Cinnamon Sky, Gold Rally, Genola, Moretti, Lecture, and tailed off is Holyoke around the corner. And the well-back Musical Counter got away from Durham, leads at nearly a length. Decadent third, then Pleasure Giver, followed by Cinnamon Sky. At Expert is next, followed by Golden Emperor. Now here's Pleasure Giver going out after and quickly heading Musical Counter. Decadent in the third position, followed by Cinnamon Sky, but to here Pleasure Giver shot right away and is home and hosed. Pleasure Giver wins. Moretti flying will get up for second, but Pleasure Giver easily from Moretti. Third, Decadent, I think, from Musical Counter, not much in it. Then came Golden Emperor, Gold Rally, Cinnamon Sky, Genola, Holyoke. Good margin, Lecture with Stylish Bound, Expert and Durham. Well, something obviously amiss, and has finished a conspicuous last. Pleasure Giver, number 3, written by Alan Scorst.
880, 280 Super Tab, 14 Moretti, 350. Close go for third.
280. 14 has run second, and that is Moretti, written by Kevin Forrester. It will pay $5.10. Judge might call for the print for third. Look.
My Girl Lou.
Racing this time, Special Effects near the inside begin very quickly. Racket began nicely going forward with Pure Note in the early stages, and Rhetoric is ridden along in the early stages, driving through in the centre. Sabotage just off the speed, followed by Runaway Blue on the inside of Miss Lockett. Emma's Affair is wide at the moment. Son of Posey, Twig Match drifting back with Bow Reach, and Doughboy Hollow last of all. Settling down now, 900 metres to go. They're heading into the first bend, and it's Rhetoric showing the way. Pure Note second. Special Effects is a half-away third over on the inside, just inclined to get up in the air a little bit at the moment. Racket caught a little bit deep, 3 wide. Sabotage next in the middle, followed by Miss Lockett, Emma's Affair. Doughboy Hollow starting to improve quickly down the side, then Son of Posey. Twig Match is next on the inside, then Runaway Blue, and Bow Reach is last of all. Running onto the home turn, they've got 450 metres left to go. Rhetoric just in front, joined on the outside now by Pure Note. Pure Note going up to head off Rhetoric. Miss Lockett is a length away third. Special Effects is off the rails coming after the leader. Racket's under pressure on the outside. Die working hard on him, and then Sabotage. Doughboy Hollow pulled to the extreme outside with Son of Posey. Plenty of chances. Special Effects got the split in the centre, died through to hit the lead. On the outside, Sabotage, Miss Lockett is there. Son of Posey is charging late, and so is Doughboy Hollow. Son of Posey hit the lead. Doughboy Hollow going at Son of Posey. They hit it all close. Very close between Son of Posey or Doughboy Hollow. It could go either way. Nothing between the pair of them. Special Effects and Sabotage just behind them, followed by Miss Lockett, Emma's Affair. Next in was Pure Note, Twig Match, and the last few over the line, Bow Reach in company with Racket, who was disappointing, Runaway Blue and Rhetoric.
5 Son of Posey, 1580 and 480 or 7.
Brennan Solicitor takes the time to talk to you personally about every aspect of home buying or selling. Jared Brennan specialises in conveyancing and can offer experienced advice in every area.
And they're racing now. They've gone away in a good line near the inside. Rimmel away quickly with Mamormony, Rivertane and Blazing Home. Palooka Sea Gems has gone away smartly with Kimmy Orr behind those runners. Neen Valley going forward in Space Region as they drive to that bottom corner at the 1600-metre mark. Lady Placido back along the inside. Salamandra deep. Artistic Rose back to second last, as is the Norman. Last of all is Corinthian Arch. 1500 metres out. And here Palookas takes over from Rivertane, Rimmel, and over on the outside, Neen Valley. A length and a half further back than Lamormony on the inside of Gaelic Joy in Space Region, the centre. A little over a length then Sea Gems, Kimmy Orr from Lady Placido. Back behind it, Blazing Home on the outside. 2 lengths away then comes 3 deep Salamandra in the centre, Artistic Rose, and on the inside, Corinthian Arch. Off the back past Chiquita Lodge, they swing 12.50 out, and Neen Valley opens up a break of 3 lengths over Palookas. Gaelic Joy getting to third. A length further back then Rivertane. Behind it comes Rimmel. 2.5 Lamormony, Space Regent, then Kimmy Orr, Sea Gems. Lady Placido a long way back, so too is Artistic Rose. In front of it, Blazing Home, Corinthian Arch and Salamandra. Up before the turn they come now at the 900-metre mark, and the leader was Neen Valley, 2.5 in front of Palookas, 2.5 Gaelic Joy. Then Rivertane on the inside, following it Rimmel, making some ground now Lamormony with Space Region, Kimmy Orr, Lady Placido. They start to pack. Blazing Home on the inside, followed by Sea Gems, Corinthian Arch. Artistic Rose back last, in front of it Salamandra as they come around the turn, but they have packed up. Neen Valley just in front here of Palookas over on the outside. Deeper out Rivertane, Kimmy Orr. Wide out Space Region, Sea Gems with it Rimmel, and then comes Gaelic Joy, Artistic Rose going through near the inside with Corinthian Arches. They race down by the 300-metre mark, and Palookas in the centre takes the lead. Challenges are Space Region on the outside, Kimmy Orr, Rimmel. Lamormony getting up on the inside, and with it Blazing Home on the outside. Space Region grabbed by Lamormony in the centre. Lamormony took the lead from Space Region. Blazing Home and Lamormony gets in. Lamormony by 3 parts of a length to Blazing Home, third Space Regent, then Palookas. Next in Kimmy Orr. With it on the outside there was Sea Gems, Lady Placido, Salamandra, Artistic Rose, Corinthian Arch, Gaelic Joy, Neen Valley, then Rimmel, and last in Rivertane.
14 Lamormony, 1680 and 470. 2 Blazing Home, 660. 11 Space Region, 410.
On the Super Tab, 14 Lamormony to return 15.90 and 470. 2 Blazing Home, $5.40. And for third, number 11, Space Region, 370.
We'll go to Space Region.
All right, 14, 2 and 11 at the start, Fairfield.
Away to a pretty fair start too. Prinny from the inside leads early from Fame Win. Red Furno jumped out nicely, and so did a Hublon. A couple eventuate, and then Mars King second last, and very, very green early is He's the Limit, and a length and a half further back is Centric. Racing along towards the 1200 marker, and Red Furno Given Rain raced out to a lead of nearly 2 lengths on Prinny. Third Posse Fame Win, and 2.5 to Hublon. Ahead to eventuate the inside, a couple of lengths further back Mars King. He's the Limit second last, and ahead the inside Centric. Onto the first corner they travel here, about 950 left to go, and Young Gibbons takes a hold of Red Furno, and the horse leads about a length on Prinny. 2 to Fame Win, and a half length to eventuate the inside. Nearly 2 lengths further back is Hublon, followed closely then by He's the Limit, moving away from Centric to Hublon, and Mars King is last, but only about 8 lengths from Red Furno, who leads as they race along past the 700, but He's the Limit's gone up very, very quickly to have a shot at Red Furno. Prinny travelling third, about 3 lengths to eventuate, a length to Centric taking closer order, followed by Fame Win. Second last is Hublon, and a half length to Mars King on the outside, about to be revved up by Cassidy as they swing into the straight. And the leader is He's the Limit, narrowly from Red Furno, who's tending to drop off, and then comes Centric, and on the extreme outside putting in his claim is Mars King, and putting in the claim quickly. Centric and Mars King, the favourites, have raced away from He's the Limit and Red Furno. Mars King the outside, put his neck in front of Centric, and then He's the Limit. Mars King, in fact, is in no danger of defeat, comes away from Centric, and Mars King wins well. Centric second, and they absolutely blitzed the third horse, which was Fame Win, just in front of He's the Limit, followed by Hublon, Red Furno, Prinny, and eventuate back at the tail of the field.
Sub and a favourite successful there. 3 Mars King, 261.40, 2 Centric to pay 120, and number 7 Fame Win to return $3.70. 327 there over the line. Race 2 at Randwick, about to be called up at Exhibition Park.
2-7. Mars King given plenty of time to settle down by Jimmy Cassidy. He appreciated the firm track today is by Masque from Katie's Kingdom, a 2-year-old chestnut colt trained by Jack Denham for Mr. and Mrs. G. Drysdale, and has clocked 1:38.38, 1:38.38 in beating Santic by Sanic from Red Arctic, trained by Rod Bailey at Wyong.
Icarumba near the inside and Ushte both began very quickly, showing speed as Munro Magic and Miss Ninja. Zooton going forward in the early part. Dantalar began okay, but she's trapped off the track at the moment. She's about 5 wide as they head into the first bend. Munro Magic showing plenty of dash, and she's burst out of the pack to be the leader. Zooton is second, Ushte third, Icarumba fourth, followed by Velocici moving up on the outside. Miss Ninja's in the middle, Ganelda, and then Dantalar. She's back running about 8th and 4 deep. Arrive is next, then Heavenly Bell. Bango's Betsy is over on the inside of Peaceful Mosque, one to chase the chick Bintang, and Powers last as they approach the corner and picking up a little bit of ground Once Upon a Crime. But boy, they're tightly packed as they run to the home turn. 500 metres left to go. Zooton about 3 deep, going up to hit the lead. Zooton, Munro Magic in the centre is Ushte, wide is Velocici, and Dantalar is having a crack at them about 6 horses deep. In the straight now, 300 metres left to go, and Munro Magic kicks strongly on the inside. She's just in front. Dantalar, Beatman hasn't gone for her yet. She's cruised up to them now, Dantalar. She's poked her nose in front. It's Dantalar going to the lead. She's a half length in front of Munro Magic. Ganelda is charging home on the outside, and then Bango's Betsy, but it's Dantalar in front. Ganelda driving out of the last little bit. They hit it all close. Ganelda or Dantalar, nothing in it. Ganelda dive right on the line. Bango's Betsy might get third in front of Munro Magic. The next one home was Once Upon a Crime with Velocici and Zooton Ushte. Then Heavenly Bell, Bintang, Empower, Peaceful Moss, Chase the Chick. A while back was Miss Ninja, Icarumba, and Arrive, one of the last home.
Number 5, Ganelda, 11.10, 3.50, 1 Dantalar, 1.30, 17 Bango's Betsy, 7.50.
And on the Super Tab, number 5, Gundalar to return 10.10 and 3.10. Number 1, Dantalar to return 1.50 and 17 Bango's Betsy to pay 9.20. Devonport, we have race number 3.
The Grouts went in the air at the start, went sideways, collected Bob out, back Bronze away okay. And beginning smartly, old Norman Newton near the inside, Burke and Wills as Newton takes the lead as they jump the first. Wider out on the track is Lord Atlee with Gentleman Jack, the widest run of Poetic Council, Danaware, as they get over the second and start to sort themselves out. Well back, Flaxborn Flyer with Our Major and also Mighty Happy on the inside, Bob. In the run of the jump near the winning post, and it's Newton on top by just over a half length as he takes off at it. Gentleman Jack's gone up to join him in the lead now, length and a half to Outback Bronze. Poetic Council is over on the outside of Lord Atlee, and back along the rails comes El Norman. About 3 or 4 away the Grouts, then Granite Point. Behind them, Danaware as they swing down the side, 2.5 Burke and Wills. Back with over on the inside, Flaxborn Flyer, Mighty Happy. Second last, Our Major, and 2 lengths away last of all is Bob. At the 2,000 metre mark on the Maribyrnong side, and Gentleman Jack now takes the lead. Opens up a break of almost 2 lengths to Newton. Third, Outback Bronze and Poetic Council on the outside. Next then comes El Norman, a neck away on the outside of it as they work towards the 1,600 metre mark, or the 1,800 metre mark. Further is Granite Point. Flaxborn Flyers pulling its way up to the lead with the Grouts. Further back, Danaware. Mighty Happy's posted out 4 deep in the centre. Burke and Wills on the inside. There was well back Our Major. And last of all is Bob inside the 1,600 metres. And another leader here, Gentleman Jack, joined again by Newton. And over on the outside, making a line of 3, is Poetic Council. Outback Bronze is 4th. On the outside, Lord Atlee, a length and a half further back. El Norman on the inside from Danaware, Granite Point. And there's another one over on the outside of those. That's the Grouts as they race off the back. Next then comes back along the inside, Flaxborn Flyer. Mighty Happy is not travelling well, past on the inside by Our Major, Bob. And last of all is Burke and Wills. 1,100 metres to go now as they swing down the side, and the leader was still Gentleman Jack, ahead in front of Newton. 2 lengths to Outback Bronze. Lord Atlee making his run now on the outside of those, Poetic Council. A length further back then Granite Point going up Danaware, and further out the Grouts. They've broken away 2.5 in front of Lord Atlee as they go over the next. On the inside then was well back in the field, Our Major, with El Norman, Most Happy, or Mighty Happy, and Bob, and last of all Burke and Wills. On the turn, 650 metres out, and the leader was still Gentleman Jack. Newton now goes up with Danaware. They make a line of 3. Behind them comes Granite Point working into it. Next then Lord Atlee on the outside, the Grouch under the whip, and further back at the head of the others, Bob. On the rails there comes Flaxborn Flyer as they enter the straight. 450 out in the favourite. Danaware dashed away here from Granite Point, the Grouch. Newton is gone. Flaxborn Flyer on the inside, then Gentleman Jack. He made a bit of a mess of that Danaware, but he's still clear with 300 to go. One more to get over from Granite Point. Flaxborn Flyer the inside, and then comes the Grouch. Danaware crashed through the last. Flaxborn Flyer on the inside has gone up to join him and head him now. Wider out Granite Point and battling away the Grouch. But Flaxborn Flyer took a beautiful rails run on the turn. It's going to get in the race. Danaware battling away, but Flaxborn Flyer comes away and scores by 2.5 to Danaware. The Grouch third. From Granite Point, then Lord Atlee. Next in Outback Bronze, Bob. Behind that runner then would have been our Major. Behind it, Gentleman Jack. Well back, most happy. Newton with El Norman.
3 Flaxborn Flyer first, 29.70, 7.40. 12 Danaware, 2.70. 13 the Grouch, 2.30.
3 Flaxborn Flyer, 21.80 and 5.30. Number 12, Danaware to pay $2.50, and 13, the Grouch to return $2.50. Is Ian?
Many, many years. In fact, Rod first joined me in August of 1980 as my offsider, and hasn't he graduated from there, calling not only the gallops, filling in when I go away, but also the harness and the greyhound racing. And I was absolutely delighted this morning to hear the news that Rodney Fuller and his charming girlfriend Louise Mitchell have officially announced their engagement last night. Rod, I know I speak on behalf of all your friends particularly, but all those that listen to the National Racing Service, in extending to you and Louise our heartiest congratulations. Best wishes for the future. Great news, mate.
Great, thank you very much, Ian, and on behalf of Louise, it took a while to do, and I rustled up enough courage last night. It was terrific that I got the affirmative answer.
Good on you, mate. You deserve it. And I tell you what, this will be a marriage made in heaven.
Good on you, Ian. Thanks for that. The second Eagle
Okay, thanks very much, Rod, and good news, Rod and Louise. Of course, Louise was a former presenter here at Triple S, and well done to both of them.
Race 3 in Sydney, and Dartbrook Dream and Magpies from White Alleys jump well. So did Snow Cisco. Lady Bureaucrat showing plenty of early toe. And a Boutique Dancer and Western Centre hunting hard. And as they come down past the 800, Western Centre runs to the lead from Boutique Dancer and Lady Bureaucrat. And then comes on the outside Ruperton's Best to link the Snow Cisco. Magpies getting back with Dartbrook Dream, followed by Blue Butterfly. Then Road to Diamonds, Gumnut Geiger, 3 to Spizan and 2 Shigeru Leslie. A pretty packed up field comes around the home corner. Western Scent with the inside running. Leads narrowly from Boutique Dancer. Wider is Lady Bureaucrat. A length the Ruperton's Best, followed at the head of the others by Gumnut Geiger, and Magpies on the extreme outside. It's Lady Bureaucrat just in front of Boutique Dancer. 150 to go. Western Scent in third place. Forget Magpies. Lady Bureaucrat and Boutique Dancer. Lady Bureaucrat's got a nose in front. She's going to win, is she? Oh, won't be much between Lady Bureaucrat or Boutique Dancer, and Shigeru Leslie flashed home for third. Then Ruperton's Best, Spizan, a great run first up from a long layoff. And then came Road to Diamonds further back in the field. Then was Snow Cisco, Gumnut Geiger, Western Scent, and the last 3, Blue Butterfly, Dartbrook Dream, and Magpies finished back amongst the tail end brigade. Close finish this one, third race of the day.
2 Lady Bureaucrat if it gets it, 11.20 and 3.30. The other one 5 Boutique Dancer, 11.60, 3.10 and 13 Shigeru Leslie for third, $15 even. Pretty close.
To the line. Oh, an eyelash in it.
Very close go back there shortly. Here's David, Exhibition Park.
Okay, we're on again, are we? We got a
standing the coming season at Yarraman Park. By geez, a good value stallion, $5,000 is his fee, and he's got some very good horses in a relatively short space of time at stud out of and Dr. Robert Sheehan.
And they're racing now. Great start too. One of the first to break the line is Kingston Clan. Mr. Forever hesitated just slightly at the start. He's back last as they settle down. Biggs going forward, moving up to be second. Mandu dropping into a trailing position. Third over on the inside. Chin Dancer, Newell. Next then the Eagle in the middle. Sapient is out a little bit deep. Newsworks closer to the inside. Gene's Interest, Magic C in that bunch. Then Keep Chanting, and Mr. Forever is last of all. Kingston Clan is doing it pretty easily out in front as they head into the first bend at the 850. He's moved away, too clear. Biggs is second on the outside of Mandu, and then there's a gap of 2 lengths to Chin Dancer. The Eagle is next in the centre. Newell over on the inside, followed by Sapient, who's sprinting up about 5 horses deep. Further back, Magic Sea, Jean's Interest. Then Keep Chanting, who's improving, Newsworks, and Mr. Forever is last of all. As they come up towards the home turn, they've got 500 metres left to go. Kingston Clan is the leader. He's about 5 off the inside fence, but he's joined quickly by Mandu. And they're together as they flatten for the run in. Sapiens wide, Newell's wide. Biggs is starting a run. Jean's Interest is held up for a run. Magic Sea is swinging back to the inside, and so too is Mr. Forever. 200 metres to go, and Magic Sea swept through on the inside. Dittman is lifting Mr. Forever, and down the outside, Keep Chanting. Magic Sea, Mr. Forever, and Keep Chanting. Keep Chanting on the outside might be just in front. Yes, he is. Keep Chanting's moving away on the run home. Keep Chanting first by 3/4 of a length. Mr. Forever second, and third, Magic Sea. Followed in by Sapient, and the next one over the line, Jean's Interest, then Biggs, Mandu. Newell was next, Kingston Clan, well back, Chin Dancer, Newsworks, and the Eagle, the last one over the line.
Number 8, Keep Chanting, 18.70 and 4.20. 10 Mr. Forever at $2. 9 Magic Sea, $3.50.
Super Tab 8 to Keep Chanting to return 17.40 and 4.70. Number 10, Mr. Forever, to pay 2.20 and 9 for third, Magic Sea, 3.10 as we return to Exhibition Park. Here's David.
Thanks, Paul. It is all clear after race 3.
In racing now. Gamilla a little bit slow out, and It's a Miracle back to last as they settle above the crowd. Chow Baby have gone away quickly with Vianetta, and over on the outside, Flaming Heart working up to be amongst the lead with Sweet Affection. Behind those runners as they settle would have been Salamondo as they work off the back with Godina. They're very tightly packed. Lady Rebar, It's a Miracle back at the tail with Gamilla, and Flaming Heart got a check there and dropped back to third last as they head towards the 1,000-metre mark, and the leader Chow Baby by a length, Sweet Affection. Above the crowd in the box seat over on the outside, Salamondo. Next then Arch Winners. They race towards the 800-metre mark. In the centre of the line was Godina, on the inside Vianetta, and deeper out Riark as they're jammed up to the turn from Flaming Heart, It's a Miracle, and Lady Rebar, but only about 5 lengths first to last. 600 metres out, Chow Baby just in front of Salamondo. Above the crowd's got the run on the inside, so too Vianetta, and It's a Miracle cuts the corner as they come to the centre of the track. Salamondo wider out, and then comes Archwind down the outside. Flaming Heart going through in the centre at the 400-metre mark, and out in the centre, Chow Baby in front of above the crowd. It's a Miracle against the inside. Flaming Heart now bursting into the clear. Over on the outside is Archwind. It's Chow Baby in front. Flaming Heart on the outside, coming out after it, and with it there is Archwind and the widest runner Riark, but Chow Baby in front. Godina getting up on the inside. It's in front here though, Chow Baby, and Chow Baby gets in. Chow Baby wins a length and a quarter to Riark, and Archwind next in then Godina. Flaming Heart didn't go on, followed by Gamilla above the crowd. It's a Miracle. Then the next Vianetta, back with it Salamondo, Lady Rebar. Gamilla pulling up quickly, and last over the line was Sweet Affection.
5 Chow Baby, 6.70, 2.20. 8 Riark, 3.30. 3 Archwind, 2.20. He's
On the Super Tab, 5 Chow Baby to return $6.90 and $2.20. Number 8 Riark, a place dividend $3.50, and 3 Archwind $2.10. Here's Ian in Sydney with the New South Wales.
They're off, and Mr. Honey best out, going very quickly to lead now is Odessa from Mr. Honey. Lusty's Bank is right up there, followed by Lifted. A length and a half then coming on the outside, Private Eye, and in that pack of horses, Mino Fly, Aussie Prince the inside, and then Wild Fan, followed closely by Garin, Grecian Village, and Ricky in a compact field last. Lusty's Bank the leader now, clearly at the 800 by 2 lengths, Mr. Honey Lifted, and Aussie Prince scooting through on the inside, followed closely by Mino Fly, a length though Odessa, 1 Private Eye inside, Wild Fan from Grecian Village, Garin, and Ricky is last of all. 10 lengths between first and last as they gallop to the corner. And the leader is Lusty's Bank, a length and a half. Mino Fly Lifted, Aussie Prince on the inside. Mr. Honey wide out, looking for the way through as Private Eye, then Wild Fan, Odessa, and Ricky heads the others as they come down to the 250, and Lusty's Bank's rider has a couple of peeps. Aussie Prince on the outside, getting to the quarters of the leader. 2 lengths to Private Eye into the clear, not coming home well enough, and then Wild Fan, but Lusty's Bank accelerated by, gee, she's an honest mare. Lusty's Bank well clear, Wild Fan flying too late. Lusty's Bank beat Wild Fan, Aussie Prince third, and then came Ricky, followed by Private Eye. Further back, Garin, Odessa, Mr. Honey, Lifted, Grecian Village, and Me No Fly was last.
Double 55.70.
7 Lusty's Bank to return on the Super Tab. 421.98. Wild Fan 271. Aussie Prince $2.10. Back to Ian very shortly. The next coming up the harness in around 3 minutes at 1:53.
Now assumed near the inside began nicely. Harvey's Report and Crafty Guest out wide, showing pace in the early stages. And I'm Brave driving through in the centre. Speed is very genuine here. I'm Brave is just in front of Assumed as they settle down. Harvey's Report is a length and a half away third. Crafty Guest moving up to be fourth on the outside of Senglow. Wonder Prince Del Derby, then Totally Vain and Barrett. Calvert Prince is next on the inside of Barvo. He's Crafty a little bit wide. Then Mage in the centre. Then Zoffman. Mighty Marauder has drifted well back in the field. Third last, just in advance of Crooked Blaze. And Sky's Picture is last of all. I'm Brave is the leader into the first bend. 900 metres out. I'm Brave by a length and a half. Crafty Guest is second. Assumed is third. Closer to the inside, racing inside of Harvey's Report. Then he's Crafty and Senglow. Barbo's in that bunch. So is Prince Del Derby and Totally Vain. Calvert Prince is sticking to the inside. Wonder Barrett and Zoffman. Then Mage, Sky's Picture. Then Mighty Marauder, who's second last as they approach the home turn. And Crooked Blaze whip them in. On the point of the corner now. 500 metres to go. I'm Brave is just in front. Crafty Guest is going up but deep on the track to join the leader. Harvey's Report is just behind them. Calvert Prince is sticking to the inside. Prince Del Derby coming wide with He's Crafty, and in behind them Crooked Blaze. Crafty Guest is in front. 300 metres to go. Crafty Guest by a half length on Calvert Prince, who's through on the inside. I'm Brave is still there, and here comes Prince Del Derby right down the outside. He's swooping on them. Prince Del Derby, Calvert Prince and Prince Del Derby. Prince Del Derby just in front of Calvert Prince. Prince Del Derby just in front. They hit the line. Prince Del Derby first, Calvert Prince second. Third, Senglow, followed in by Barrett and Crafty Guest. Then Mighty Marauder running on. Mage was next with Sky's Picture, then Barvo. Just behind them then was He's Crafty, Crooked Blaze, I'm Brave. Assumed was well back with Totally Vain, and Zoffman never really got into it. He pulled up pretty quickly after going over the line.
6 Prince Del Derby, 23.80 and 6.40. 8 Calvert Prince, 4.50. 4 Senglow, 5.20.
On the Super Tab, number 6, Prince Del Derby, 22.90 and 4.90. Number 8, Calvert Prince, 4.30 and 4 Senglow to return $5.70. Repeating 10.43, those numbers on the previous at Swan Hill, the 4th. Let's go back to Exhibition Park. In fact, just...
They're racing now. They've jumped in a good line. Final Tempo, Source of Divorce, Blazing Aspect away quickly, and also Whisker Lyric towards the centre, all heading to the outside as we thought. Behind those runners, Leader Mac Malice. The inside runner there is Ice Vintage, and with him Sea Attack, isn't he gorgeous? And Meccano as they run towards the 800-metre mark. Over on the outside, it's Final Tempo and Blazing Aspect, a length and a half. Damascus Road, Source of Divorce. Then comes National Asset. Over on the centre there was at the head of the others Planet Warrior. Near the inside of Whisker Lyric, Leader Mac, and over on the fence Sea Attack. Gee, they're jammed here as they run down onto the course proper. On the outside, it's Final Tempo with Damascus Road, Blazing Aspect, Whisker Lyric just in front. Sea Attack, there's plenty of crowding there. Now, Source of Divorce has managed to get across to the outside rail and very quickly has gone up to hit the lead. Whisker Lyric masking it with it, and also Ken Daring getting through. Source of Divorce, Sea Attack, Ken Daring. Meccano nearer the inside, and Malice. Malice has burst through near the inside. Ken Daring after him. Malice and Ken Daring. Malice in front, and Malice is going to hang on. Malice beat Ken Daring. Sea Attack third. Meccano, Source of Divorce, Zandari. Next and then Isn't He Gorgeous, Whisker Lyric. National Asset, Ice Vintage never in it. With Planet Warrior, also Leader Mac, Blazing Aspect knocked up badly. Damascus Road and back near the toe was Final Tempo.
11 Malice, $11.30 the win and $3.50 the place. 2 Ken Daring at $2.20. For third, 13 Sea Attack, $8.50. Back to Ian.
Okay, 11 Malice, $16.20 and $4.60. 2 Ken Daring, $2.40 and 13 Sea Attack to return $5.90.
And they're away. And the best to begin was Century Boy from Sir Bacchus. Magical Path third, fourth Rascala, then Golden Vine, Potential Star. Jackanachi the widest. Cooksley trying to get over on him, followed by Darbison. 2 lengths to Nice and Fancy. Past the judge they go, and Sir Bacchus shows the way from Century Boy, Magical Path. And Rascala's right up with the lead today. And then Golden Vine, followed by Potential Star, Darbus. Second last is Jackanachi, getting into about 1 off the rails now at Absolute in the field, Nice and Fancy. Well, unusual tactics here for Rascala. It's gone to the front even at this point. So far from home at 1,800 metres to go. It's Rascala. Daring Tactics by J.A. Cassidy. 2.5 lengths clear. Sir Bacchus second, Third Century Boy. Length and a half Golden Vine inside Magical Path. 2 lengths Potential Star. At his quarters the outside Darbus and a couple to Jack and Archie around Nice and Fancy. It's Rascala leading clearly going down the back and along towards the 1,400 metres. Rascala out by about 6 lengths now. Second posse is Sir Bacchus, then Century Boy, Magical Path, Golden Vine, 5 lengths Potential Star, a length to Darbus, 2 to Jack and Archie and 3/4 further back on the inside Nice and Fancy. Well, Rascala at the 1,200 marker